the heaven. As we move down, and usually if these words didn't agree, like the KJV authorized version and the gloss, we would do a comparative analysis to compare and contrast. We would look at that word to get the best rendering of that word. This time they both agree, so we'll say, okay, heaven or the heaven is correct. The word shamayama, we look in the Strong's number, 8064, which is like the dictionary for Hebrew words. They will render that word as from an unused root, meaning to be lofty, the sky, as lost, the dual, perhaps alluding to the visible arch in which the clouds move, as well as to the higher ether that celestial bodies revolve. Okay, now the base word, okay. Okay, thank you, Dr. Papa.
Okay, can we stop for a minute? Nikki, can you discuss, are there any astrological information or content in the Strong's meaning? So when we talk astrological, we're not talking religion or hocus pocus. We're talking about natural phenomena. Do you see it?
Celestial bodies will be our astrological.
So the celestial bodies, what are the celestial bodies? So let's get into this a little bit. Okay, so, oh, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say the celestial bodies, you said, what would we be referring to? And I would say probably the planets, stars, everything in the heavens above us, the things that are above us in the space or sky. I would consider part of the Big Dipper, talking about the stars and all those things. And possibly the sun and moon.
Okay, Lamech, may I ask you?
Yes.
Do you see the natural phenomena in here? Not talking about religion or mythology, but do you see the astronomy or astrology there?
In the writing, you mean in the Shamayim or the I don't understand.
Yeah, okay, so this is the Strong's definition of our word here.
Mm-hmm.
Nikki, would you facilitate with Lamech, please? Nikki.
So what's highlighted is from an unused root word, a root means to be lofty, the sky, as aloft, the dual perhaps alluding to the visible arch in which the clouds move, as well as to the higher ether where the celestial bodies revolve.
Yes, I understand. Referring to the sky above us will be the Shamayim.
Well, it's dual, right? It's dual. It's saying dual. So the dual. So now perhaps alluding, Nikki, can you do it? Do your best. Nikki, please facilitate.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, it says perhaps.
Yeah, so they're saying perhaps, meaning alluding. So either they're not sure or they are not given the truth here. So I'm not sure if they mean if the dual perhaps, or might be, maybe. So
it could have another meaning. The Shamayim could have another meaning other than lofty or of what's above us, the heavens. It could be something different.
Take a look at this has to do with dual, right?
Two.
So so their dual means two. So Nikki, Nikki, bring that out. I want you to work this out.
That's the only thing I could think of was the dual meaning two. And then they say maybe it might mean the clouds in the sky.
Or is it the what?
Higher
visible arch.
the visible arc in which the clouds move. So the clouds, remember, clouds are water vapor. Clouds are water vapor condensed on particles. So they visualize as white cotton-like stuff but it moves with the wind, right? But this visible arc is always still, right?
So they're saying we have something over us?
They don't.
Yes, this is what they're alluding to. Yes, very good. That's what they're alluding to. And then the atmosphere is below that, as well as to the higher ether. What's the synonym for the higher ether? Space. Space, right? Space. Where what? And how do I know this? Because it says what? Where the celestial bodies revolve. So when they're saying celestial bodies revolve, what is this referring to, Nikki?
Celestial bodies, are we referring to the stars?
Specifically, what are these celestial bodies? I want you guys to see this, and I would like for us to pay more attention to this when we do our classes. So let me put the visual up.
You're talking about bodies as in
solar
the
system.
Big Dipper? Okay. Are you referring to like the?
Can you guys
Right,
see
the
it?
bodies, as in the, I was like saying the Big Dipper and the Virgin and all that good stuff. Okay.
So this is difficult for some people to discuss. I'm not saying it is for you guys, but this is the zodiac, right? So remember, this has reference to which book and verse, Jimmy, Isaiah, Job, what? You guys remember? Was it 36 or 38?
Yeah, I know it's Job. I don't recall what was the chapter.
36. There's a reason why I'm pointing this out, guys. Follow. Just bear with me, okay? So we do see, let me go back to, give me 1 second. Oh, shoot. We're in 24. Okay, Lamech, can you read Deuteronomy 28, verse 24 for us, please?
Yes. And can I say Yah? And Yah still, and Yah shall make, let me enlarge it, please. And Yah shall
enlarge it? Okay.
No, it's for myself. I got it. And Yah shall make the rain of thy land powder and dust. From the heaven shall it come down, vapor thee. Ventil.
Okay, so let's do it in NIV. Nikki, can you handle it from here? Can you, if not, Jimmy, or I would like for one of the scholars to facilitate this. Okay.
All right.
Here we go. Can we let Lamech read it from the NIV before you get started, Jimmy? Nikki, is it okay if Jimmy does it, or did you want to do it?
Nope, absolutely. That's not a problem.
Okay.
Okay, and I forgot the V was a U. Excuse me, I'm still waking up. 24, and Yah will turn the rain of your country into dust and powder. It will, it will come down from the skies until you are destroyed.
Okay, so here's our word. Here's our word right here. Now, do you guys remember the correlation that we have come down from the skies? You guys remember that about the ecliptic? 23.5 degrees. the angle of the ecliptic causing the 4 seasons?
The shift, there was a shift.
Yes, 144,000, which is really 140. I think it was 140,000, according to Plato's calculation. Going back to 0. Remember that, guys? And that would be Paradise Earth.
That would be equal.
Yes, the sun, exactly. The sun would be at 0 degrees or exactly on the equator, and the whole Earth would be Paradise Earth. No more 4 seasons, only tropical. Nikki, do you remember this discussion a couple classes ago?
Yes,
where
I
we
do.
showed it? Remember the vibration?
Yes, I do.
Are you okay?
Yeah, you can't hear me? I just have
Yeah.
noise in the background, so I'm muting most of the time.
Okay, so here's our word, the highlighted word. You guys see skies, right?
Right.
Okay, so Jimmy, Lamech, do you have any questions or comments right now?
Plenty. But I'm just taking it all in. I was when you were discussing, we've been discussing this, and I'm sorry that I didn't come in a lot earlier. I was thinking about the Mazarot zodiac, and
Yes.
because the zodiac is a Hebrew thing before it became, I guess Latin. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but there's a calendar that I have that talks about the Mazarot calendar. So I'm starting to wonder, is all the scriptures referring to the stars of the zodiac? Because even on certain Shabbats we had to watch for the new moons and things like that. So yeah, I have a lot of questions.
Yes, you are on the right track. It was not a worship of them. It was an acknowledgement and a celebration of what they would bring in.
And the time that it's a sign for the times and seasons that Yah has planned for us, and it shows forth his consistency, because the sun circuits, and he's saying his love for us is consistent, like the zodiac is. I may not be wording it right.
Yeah, let me this is Nikki, how we doing for time? Are you how we doing for
Yeah, we're
time?
fine.
You,
We're fine. We got another 30. We're good.
we're fine. I want to show y'all something. Remember I said I would begin natural law? So Lamech just gave me a good segue, and I'll share something with y'all. All right, this is out of a book from Duke University Library. It's called, I'm gonna post a link. I'm gonna be doing this. All right, this book is called Volney's Ruins. Okay, Volney's Ruins. It was published in 1869. Okay. There's another book added to this. It's called The Law of Nature. Law of Nature. Isaiah, are you with me?
I think we might have lost him.
His microphone is muted. Are you with me, Isaiah? Linda, are you here?
I'm here.
Let me call him real quick. Let me give him a second. I don't want him to miss this.
I'm here. I'm sorry. I had to.
Okay. Okay, so let's go into y'all. Jimmy, I think it was you in the past. You had a lot of questions about natural law, right? So this kind of segues us in. All right, so here we go. The law of nature. This is on page 16 or page 168. No, 186. Chapter 1, the law of nature. Question: what is the law of nature? I wonder if I have this on my, let me see if I got this Y'all want to see it, or you just want me to read it?
I like to see it.
I like to see it as well.
Y'all, okay, so give me a second. Let me hopefully I got it. I can't promise I have it, but I hope I have it on my laptop. Let me. Oh, come on. Let's see. So I want to. What did I say this was? No, I don't have it on my laptop, y'all.
How do you spell that, Dr. DrYasapa?
Volonese, Volneys.
Thank you.
Or Volonese. I guess I should say Volonese. Volonese ruins, or meditation on the revolutions of empires. Okay. And so this, the law of nature is at the back of it, okay, y'all? So let me show the where is it? Let me show what we need to show, okay, the ecliptic. Keep this in mind as I read, all right? So let's show it. So this is the ecliptic, all right? Everybody, you guys remember this illustration? Scholars?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, Isaiah, can one of you scholars facilitate this to Lamech while I get my place with the reading? Nikki, Jimmy, Linda. Okay, so here we are, the law of nature. What is the law of nature? Jimmy, this was your question, right? Okay, answer. It is the constant and regular order of facts by which the Most High governs the universe. So when we look at this is nature, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, let me read it again. It is the constant and regular order of facts, principles, right? By which the Most High governs the universe, the laws that keep this sun going in its orbit, functioning, shining sunlight, that keeps the earth here doing what it's supposed to do in its orbit, right? That maintains this angle at 23.5, or that can move it to 0. Okay, so let's look at the other. Let's look at the sun in a different. So here's the earth, right? Here's the earth's orbit. Y'all see that? Follow my cursor. This is the earth's orbit. This is the sun in a mansion. So this is Leo. All right, so the sun is where? In the house or the mansion of Leo, right? Correct? Yes. So if the sun was pointing, if the earth was here, if the earth is here, it would be in the house of what? Virgo, right? The sun would be in the house of Virgo. Y'all see it? And it goes round and round and round. So the natural laws govern all of this, all right? You guys
Right.
see it?
Mhm.
Now, when the sun is shining on the earth, that's also a natural law, isn't it? So
Yeah.
Lamech, to your point, every 3, so the sun is in the house of Leo, okay?
Yes.
It's in the house of Virgo. in the house of Libra. Let me go. Okay, let's start with Aries. All right. So let's start with Aquarius. No, let's start with Aries is number one. Okay, this is the starting point. So this is springtime. This is the natural beginning of the year, y'all. All right. The sun, in other words, the earth would be here. Take a look at the cursor. The earth would be here. Y'all see it? That means the sun is in the house of Aries. Y'all see that? If the earth is here and you draw a straight line, the earth is, the sun is in Aries. You guys see it?
Yes.
What happens in Aries? This is springtime, right?
Right.
Change in season, right?
Okay.
So what do you need to do in the springtime? This is for Lamech, because Lamech brought it up. Lamech, what do you need to do in the springtime? Remember, we're talking natural law.
You rise. Spring is synonymous with birth, and renewal, rising.
Okay,
fresh.
so if what up? But what are you going to do in spring?
Agriculturally.
That's what you need to be thinking about. Yes, because you need to have what? You need to have food and water and shelter.
Yes, planting your crops and things like that.
Yes, you need to be preparing. Right, that's very good. So what happens if you don't do that?
Well, by the time winter comes, you won't have anything and you'll starve in the winter.
So that means you were what? You were out of harmony with what?
The natural
law.
You were out of harmony with nature. Therefore, there's a high penalty to pay. So let's go back to it. So that same concept happens every 3, at least where you guys are, every 3 houses, there's a new season, right? So spring, summer, fall, and then winter, right? Aquarius is January. Okay, you guys see it? If you don't do the things you need to do in summer with your cropping, with your harvest, with all of the needs that you have, housing, everything, by the time you get to fall, what's going to happen? No harvest. In the fall, you need to be prepared to do what? Your harvest and everything else. Y'all get it? Yeah. So these seasons tell us what we need to be doing in order to be in harmony with nature. All right? Because when you're out of harmony with nature, there's a punishment in proportion to your level of disharmony. Let's go back to the definition. All right? And then we'll get back to, I hope y'all can appreciate what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. So let's go back to it. It is the constant and regular order of facts by which the Most High governs the universe. In order which his wisdom presents to the senses. To the senses means what, Isaiah? Abstract or concrete?
Abstract.
Okay, let me read it again. In order which his wisdom presents to the senses, sight, hearing, smell, taste, touch.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. Concrete.
Yes, very good. And to the reason of men. Y'all see why we have a concrete paradigm? It harmonizes with nature. As an equal, notice this, as an equal and common rule for their actions to guide them. So we're to be guided by our senses, which is a concrete paradigm, and our reason, our thinking ability, right? Not abstract stuff, okay? As an equal and common rule for their actions to guide them. See, nature is to guide us without distinction of country or sect toward perfection and happiness. All right? Question. Give a clear definition of the word law. The word law taken literally signifies lecture, because ordinarily ordinances and regulations were the lectures, preferably to all others, made to the people in order that they might observe them. Y'all see that? And not incur the penalties attached to the infraction of them. Whence follows the original custom explaining the true idea. The definition of law is, quote, an order or prohibition to act with the express clause of a penalty attached to the infraction or of a recompense attached to the observance of that order. Question. Do such orders exist in nature? Answer, yes. Question. What does the word nature signify? A, the word nature bears three different senses. First, it signifies the universe, the material world. So we're talking about the zodiac, right? There are 12 zodiac signs and there are 48 constellations. All right, y'all? This is the universe. So let's continue. It signifies the universe, the material world, that means concrete, right? In this first sense, we say the beauty of nature, the richness of nature, that is to say, the objects in the heavens and on the earth exposed to our sight. That means our senses, right? The six senses. Secondly, nature signifies the power that animates, that moves the universe, all of this movement, y'all, all right? That moves the universe, considering it as a distinct being. The universe is a distinct being, such as the soul is to the body. In this second sense, we say, quote, the intentions of nature, the incomprehensible secrets of nature, end quote. Thirdly, it signifies the partial operations of that power on each being. Y'all hear that? The power of nature on you and I. Wherefore, the actions of each being, let me go back. It signifies the partial operation of that power on each being or on each class of beings. And in this third sense, we say, quote, the nature of man is an enigma. Every being acts according to its nature, end quote. Wherefore, as the actions of each being or each species of beings are subjected to constant and general rules, which cannot be infringed without interrupting and troubling the general or particular order. Those rules of action and of motion, this is all action and motion, right? We're talking about the dual heavens, okay, the skies. All right, those rules of action and of motions are called natural laws or laws of nature. I'll read this last one, okay, but there's a lot more. Question, give me examples of those laws. A, answer. It is the law of nature that the sun illuminates successfully the surface of the terrestrial globe. In other words, the sun lights up the earth, right? That its presence causes both light and heat. That heat acting upon water produces water vapors. That those vapors rising in the clouds into the regions of the air dissolve into rain or snow and renew incessantly the waters of fountains and of rivers. This is called the water cycle, right, y'all?
Yeah.
It is a law of nature that water flows downward, that it endeavors to find its level, that it is heavier than air, that all bodies tend toward the earth, that flames, fire flames, right, ascend toward the heavens, that it disorganizes vegetables and animals. It means it burns, fire burns, right? That air is necessary to the life of certain animals, that in certain circumstances, water suffocates and kills living things that require air to breathe, right? That certain juices of plants, certain minerals attack their organs and destroy their life. And so in a multitude of other instances. Wherefore, as all those and similar facts are immutable, cannot change, y'all, constant and regular, so many real orders result from them for man to conform himself to, with the express clause of punishment attending the infraction of them, or of welfare attending to their observance. Y'all got that? So that if man pretends to see clear in darkness, if he goes in contradiction to the course of the seasons, that's what we're talking about, Lamech, right?
Yes, sir.
If he goes in contradiction to the course of the 4 seasons or whatever seasons, I'm here in Vietnam, there's 2 seasons, right? There's wet and dry. Or the action of the elements, cold, hot, snow, rain. If he pretends to remain underwater without being drowned, to touch fire without burning himself, to deprive himself of air without being suffocated, to swallow poison without destroying himself, he receives from each of those infractions of the laws of nature a corporal punishment proportionate to his fault. But if, on the contrary, he observes and practices each of those laws according to the regular and exact relations they have to him, he preserves his existence and renders it as happy as it can be. And as the only and common end of all those laws, considered relatively to mankind, is to preserve and render them happy, it has been agreed upon to reduce the idea to one simple expression and to call them collectively the law of nature. So you guys got that? This is like a whole book. There's a whole lot more. All right, a whole lot more. So,
Question, Doctor.
Yes.
Is this by C.F. Volney's? Is this written by?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I was looking for it online. Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
You can get it free.
Yeah, I have it here.
Okay.
Dr. Yasapa, let me have the name of that book again, please.
Volney's Ruins. I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna post the PDF on the YouTube channel.
Okay.
I'm gonna do videos on the whole book. Where were we? So when we talk about the skies, we're talking about the atmosphere. When I'm in a plane, we go, like when I fly international, we go 35,000 feet up. We're above the clouds. Okay. So if you go above the Earth's atmosphere, you enter into space. That's where the Christ figure talked about, in my Father's house, there are many abodes, many mansions, right? So it actually is in my father's abode. The abode is space. The mansions are the 12 constellations, right? That are in this circular formation about the sun. Okay, so now y'all see how this works, right? So if you're on Earth, you look up, let's say it's 5:30 in the morning, the sun is coming up, okay? The sun is on the horizon. If you look toward the east, that's where you'll see the constellation that we're in. And now we're in Pisces. We're in Pisces. Okay. Next is going to be Aquarius. Maybe we're already in Aquarius. I don't know. I don't believe the calculations. One day I'm going to get up and check and see if I can see it. All right. So let's go back to it. Any questions, Linda, Nikki?
No,
Are y'all bored?
No.
no.
All right. So this is what we're talking about. How many planets are there? How many planets are there?
7.
Yes. So the planets would be included in this, right? The stars and the planets. So there are 12. Y'all, have you ever noticed that? There are 12 constellations, 12 tribes of Israel, etc. 7, is 7 an important number in scripture?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, there's also 7 planets. So it just may be that 7 is referencing the 7 planets, but you decide. All right. I'm just trying to show that this is significant. Okay. So you also correlate this. I know the scholars know this. We went through this. Lamech, are you familiar with Job chapter 36? On your free time, can you read through this? Because the constellations are here.
Okay. Yes, I will. I've read it before, but I could have a refresher, definitely.
Okay, yeah, go through here so you'll see where it's like, well, you just go through here and you'll see, it is, let me make sure it's 36 and not 38. No, bear with me a little bit. Hold on, give me 1 second. I want you to see this. Y'all, scholars, be patient with me, please. Let me find this. Somebody left. Who was that? Let's go back. Let's see.
Oh, I'm thinking of Joe where he says, "Where were you when I placed all the stars and stuff?"
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
What was that? 36 or 38?
Can't remember, sir. The scripture just popped in my head.
Was it Palladius? The Palladius? 38. Yeah, 38. So on, when you get some time, Lamech, go through this, please. Take a look at the constellations.
Absolutely.
Also, Google search. So get the name of the constellation, and then see, Job 4. Where were you when I laid the earth's foundation? Tell me and understand. Who marked off its dimensions? Hold on. Let me just get the whole Job 38. And then look at the constellations. Look up each of the constellations, okay? So you can see it.
Okay.
So we have to, in my opinion, let me rephrase that. In my opinion, we need to, amongst our people, get rid of this notion that natural phenomena is evil,
Mm,
okay? Because we just read the meaning of nature's law, right?
yes.
So if we think that it's evil and we don't want to acknowledge it, that means we're not going to be working with it because we haven't learned about it, right?
And there's a dire consequence of working against it,
Yes,
which is death.
yes. So go through here. It's either 36 or 38.
It's
And
30, it's 38. I have the chapter right here.
it's Job 38.
Yes, sir.
All right. A bunch of constellations in here. So take a look at them. And the Most High is saying He created them, right?
Yes, sir.
So it's not evil. He created them. All right. And we need to acknowledge them and live in harmony with nature. That's my point. Okay. So let's go back. Are you ready, Nikki? Nikki, are you ready? Oh yeah, see brown driver.
Yes. Yeah, I have a few more minutes. I can finish up.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks.
So we have Brown Driver's Bridge, 1A, visible heaven, sky, 1A1, as abode of the stars, 1A2, as the visible universe, the sky, atmosphere, etc. 1B, heaven, as the abode of the Most High.
Y'all see that?
Mm-hmm. We have the prefix ha, is the article the.
So let's go back up and point that out to Lamech.
Mm-hmm, the ha. Mm-hmm.
Continue, Nikki. You want to point that out?
Oh, yes, I think I pointed out earlier when I was making the comparison of the KJV, which is the authorized version, and the gloss,
Yes.
how they both said the same word. It's just the gloss was more accurate because they do have the article the, which is the word ha in the Hebrew word at the top where you just highlighted.
Okay, excellent. Let's go back to the verse. And let's go here. So I have a question for you, Lamech. Am I pronouncing your name right?
Lamech. Yeah, Lamech.
Lamech, okay. So it says the Most High will turn the rain of your country into dust and powder. It will come down from the skies until you are destroyed. So based upon your understanding of the Ibaryath meaning of skies, how would you render this verse or this word in this verse? And then what does verse 24 actually say, in your opinion, given the meaning of skies that we just went over?
That's a good question.
Nikki, can you facilitate this?
After this, I will be shalawami, if that's the
Okay.
word. But facilitating the skies, I heard you say?
Yes, how does it change the verse, if at all, in your opinion? And then how would you render skies?
I would render it probably the heavens, the celestial bodies and the beings. That's what I would.
Does it,
So,
in your, would you materially change verse 24?
So the Most High will turn the rain of your country into dust and powder. It will come down from the skies until you are destroyed. It would, but I don't know.
So let's take a look.
As I'm thinking about in reference to
Going back. Okay. All right.
My thought was, since the celestial beings mean the times and the seasons, like you were saying, Aries, I guess, was spring, and I don't know how they all correlate together, the different ones with the seasons. But if we ignore those times and seasons, it would be in sense them raining down on us and destroying us or killing us because we ignored that natural progression from spring to, to summer to fall to winter, and that would be a form of destruction to us for ignoring that.
Okay. Okay, very good. You have any other ideas, Nikki?
Mm-mm.
No? Okay.
Don't recall. I don't remember. I don't want to answer. I don't want to guess. Because we talked about this a while back.
No, I just wanted to, there's no right and wrong answer. I was trying to get you to think, to translate the verse.
Oh.
To do a more accurate translation.
So the rain down the dust and the powder, we talked about the dust bowls in history. I believe we talked about explosions can rain down the dust, the windstorms, the sandstorms. So in natural law, that's probably what it would look like versus just raining down dust. What would the dust particles be? I think we discussed that a while back. So that's what I'm thinking of.
So what origin, so let's go back to the book. Remember, there's two parts of the heavens. Remember, it said dual, okay? So let's work with what they're talking about. Hold on, let's see. So let's just play this out. There's two parts. There's the visible arc. So destruction could come from the visible arc, yes or no, Nikki?
Say it one more time. What comes from the visible arch?
Destruction could come from the visible arc, yes or no?
Yes.
Could it also come from the celestial bodies?
Could.
Yeah, because if it can come from the ark, it can also come from the celestial bodies. Y'all see that?
Sure.
Y'all, Linda, do you see that? Jimmy, do you see that?
I'm following you. I'm following you.
Isaiah, do you see that? If it can come from the sky, if it can come from the sky, the visible arc is the sky. Yeah, go ahead.
Tell them what it is, Oliver.
But the verse is specifically talking about the rain. And if I'm thinking correctly, the rain comes from the clouds, correct?
Well, let's take a look at it. Okay. The Most High will do what? Turn your what? Turn your rain
into powder and dust.
So is there rain?
Huh?
There's no rain.
Yeah, but he's turning the rain into powder and dust. Where does the rain usually come from? Is what I'm asking.
What this is saying is that there's not going to be any rain.
Yeah, I understand that. But in order to turn the rain into dust, where does the rain come from?
Well, no, because the rain is not going to be turned into dust. Remember, dust is what? Just small particles of dirt that are floating in the air, right? Like a dust cloud.
Read that part to me again.
Okay.
Because maybe I'm misunderstanding it.
I want to say Shalawama.
Oh, okay, Nikki. Try to get to the YouTube, okay?
Yes,
I mean, not the YouTube, the Patreon, so you can get the rest of. So what I'm trying to say to you, Isaiah, is that there's not going to be any rain. It's going to be dry, bone dry.
I know. I know. I get that part.
So here's where it's coming from. If it's dual, what can happen with this angle? You guys see the cursor?
Yes.
If this angle was to change, what would happen?
Would it be a drought?
It can be a drought, and it can be what else? Massive, what? Massive global destruction.
Oh yeah, because they say if the sun was a little closer, it could burn us. If it was too far, a little farther away, we would all freeze, right?
There you go. That's it. You guys see it? You see it? So that squares up. Excellent, Lamech. That squares up with this meaning, doesn't it?
It makes sense.
So in medicine, we would say two mechanisms. The first mechanism would be what? Removal of moisture from the air. Okay, that will cause a drought, right? Where the dust on the ground would be carried up into the air. Second, that would be in the visible arc of the sky. Second mechanism would be in the abode. Where's the word? You guys see it? The abode of the stars. See the highlight? The abode of the stars.
Mhm.
A second mechanism can be here. Let me show it again. This is a possible second mechanism to change the angle of the eclipse. This is 23 degrees. According to the old books, in modern times, they say it's 23.5. All right. So this is 0 degrees, Lamech. This is the Earth's equator, a projection. So this is the celestial equator. This is the Earth's equator. It's on the same line, okay? This is the orbit of the, this is the ecliptic, the orbit of the sun, okay?
I have a
So
question.
this is the angle, 23, yes.
How does I'm just going to use the word theory because I don't know. The flat Earth thing run.
I don't know. Yeah, I
Because-
don't know anything about it, to be honest with you. Sorry.
Don't worry, you just cut me right off. It's okay.
But yeah, I wanted to show you guys this. Every time I get a chance to bring out something that has to do with nature, the planets or the stars, I'm going to emphasize it. Okay, scholars. So here again, 1b, heaven as in the abode of the Most High. And let's show the abode again. This is the abode space.
Mhm.
And 1 second. This is, all right, there we go. So this is the abode along with the zodiacs. All right, so 12 zodiac signs, and then a total of 48 constellations. So of course, these are 12 constellations, okay? All right. So it could have taken place here or in the Earth's atmosphere, or it could have taken place both places. In any event, there was a catastrophic event that took place, right? That occurred, rather. Anybody have any questions or comments they want to make regarding this? You guys want to make any questions or comments? Did I irritate anybody?
No. Oh, I'm good.
Y'all good?
I am.
All right, Jimmy, you quiet, man. I thought you were gonna be the one who facilitating this.
No, I'm following it along. I got this thinking, and it just confirmed the answer over time that I came with to the question of the natural law of what is the natural law. Natural law is basically the cycle that the Most High has set in place for us to follow. And the problem, what is causing where we are right now, is our disobedience to that natural law. Once people false views outside ourselves, again calling unfalse views that was never given to our ancestors, again going outside these natural laws or these natural cycles that was put into place. If you recall, we spoke about why the disequal, in fact, just that word up, of the time, and we said it was the shift. It was the shift of that what you showed us in that picture of the equinox. It was the shift in the equinox. And then when you refer to him in the what was 144, but again by that who you mentioned, 140, we saying that well that's
Hey, Jimmy,
Jimmy,
the sound is really bad. Let me call you on your WhatsApp, and you can talk on WhatsApp, because is it just me or is it you guys too?
No, I'm having a hard time understanding. I want to hear what he's saying.
You guys
Yeah.
can hear it?
No, you sound like you're in the water.
Yeah. Jimmy, let me call you on your WhatsApp, okay? I put you on speaker. Huh? Are you? Yeah. Can you talk? Yeah, hold on. Let me put you, let me try to get my Bluetooth speaker going. Hold on. So we can hear you. Yeah, the sound was really bad, man. We couldn't hear anything. Hold on. Give me 1 second, Jimmy. Let me get this set up. All right. Jimmy, can you say something? How does this sound, y'all? Or is it still not good? I think it's, Jimmy, can you keep talking? Yeah, it's still no good. Yeah, your sound is still not good. Yeah, it's not good. Isaiah, you have anything you want to share with us about it?
No.
Okay, so Isaiah, Jimmy, I'm sorry, but it's like you're underwater. Linda, Isaiah, make the correlation between this is the commandments, right? Exodus chapter 20, verse 12. Can you guys connect it? Everything we just went over. Y'all see verse 12? Can you see the screen share? I highlighted it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Make the correlation between what we just went over in verse 12.
Oh,
Okay.
What's the relationship?
So that you may live long in the land. Okay, in order to live long in the land, based on what we discussed here, you have to follow natural law.
Excellent. There it is. There it is. You have to be in tune with nature. You know why? Remember, we went through each of these commandments, and I showed that at their essence is natural law. You guys remember that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. So honor your mother, and so our mother and fathers, they were living in harmony with nature, weren't they?
That's right.
You see it, Lamach?
Yeah, and I just had another thought. It's not just talking about our present day mother and fathers. It's talking about our ancestral mothers and fathers.
Yes, primarily our ancestral. Because they, at least when they started out, let me repeat that.
And I keep
They were
thinking of-
living in harmony with nature and following the Most High's instructions, which are at their essence natural law.
and we're agricultural people. I keep thinking about that because of the seasons and how the seed time and harvest correlate with natural law.
Yes. The natural law is do no harm, right?
Yes.
Don't trespass on someone else's property,
Mhm.
either physical land or their woman, right? Adultery is really trespass, right?
Mhm.
Stealing is harming people, etc., etc., etc. So our ancestors lived according to natural law. They lived honorably. So if you go back and you read Deuteronomy 28, you'll see that all of this has to do with just being honorable, right?
Yes, sir.
That's all it is, being honorable, not harming anyone, okay? And following natural law. So for example, group economics is natural. It's not natural for us to go and get involved with other nations to our detriment, right? Because you should not harm your family. You guys see it? What's a nation? Is a nation a family or is a nation a religion?
Family.
It's a family, right? So you don't harm your family.
Wow.
Okay. So let's go back to the document. That's why natural law is so important. Well, just another reason why, I should say. Okay.
Yeah, and
Linda,
also
would you-
somewhere along the line, they stopped following natural law. They stopped honoring it. So
Yes,
that's how we are in this predicament that we're in now.
that's right. And you
And we
guys
weren't-
see the tough situation. Oh, go ahead, Isaiah.
We weren't taught that to follow natural law because they lost it, and that's why we're not a nation now.
Yeah.
So we're just totally living against the law.
And remember, what does natural law, Isaiah, do if you don't follow it?
It would bring curses upon you.
Bring
Your
punishments
detriment.
upon you. Y'all remember we read that?
Huh?
Let me read it again.
And
No,
follow-
see how-
Man, it is so cold out here. Good Lord.
check out how he ended.
I didn't mean to say good Lord. Man, it's freezing out
Check
here.
out how he ended that.
Right.
He says, wherefore, this is on page 186, the last paragraph. Wherefore, as all those and similar facts are immutable, can't get around them, constant and regular, so many real orders result from them for man to conform himself to, with the express clause of punishment, attending the infraction of them. You don't do it, you're going to be punished. You know, you're a 1-month-old baby or a 125-year-old adult, you will be punished, right? They're immutable.
Yep.
And then you look at our situation. We're
like
not following natural law. So of course, right? Of course, we're gonna get beat up until we return to the Most High.
Yep.
DrYasapa, may I interject something that you shared earlier about it explained natural law so easily to me, and it's just like a light bulb. It's like, duh. if you put your hand in fire, you're going to get burned. If you go underwater, you're going to drown. That's
Yes.
the simplest explanation I've heard of natural law. And you know, you already know these things. It's like, you know, mama says, don't touch the burner. You know, you're going to burn. You get burned, baby. You know, it's like, you know, duh, don't do that. And
That's
it's
right.
like even following other deities, they aren't
Mhm.
following Yahuwah's, you know, Yah's natural, you know, way he set things up. They're doing
Mhm.
things, the other nations are doing things that are out of line. And that's what happened with our people. I think we wanted to do what the other nations were doing.
Yeah. And we suffer for it.
Right.
And we suffer for it. And look at our people now. If I'm surprised if anyone, most people will run away, Lamech, from this discussion about natural law.
Mm.
Most of our people, they want religion. And religion teaches you not to adhere to natural law.
Religion teaches you if it feels good, do it. And that's it.
Yeah, and do whatever the deity wants you to do, right? And instead of you doing for yourself, you're reaching out, asking the deity to do it for you. This is not natural law. Right?
Yes.
So we have to do everything ourselves.
Wow.
Cannot reach out to some deity hoping the deity is going to do it for us. You know, doesn't work that way. In nature, right? If you don't get up and do something, you're not going to have anything to eat. Y'all ever hear that? I know I'm probably beating a dead horse, but I'll be quiet after this. Y'all ever hear that saying about two guys go over to they see a homeless man, right? And the one guy says, you know, he's a religious guy. Oh, I'm gonna pray for you, and the deity's gonna do this for you, and the deity is great, and the deity is good, and you know, all of that stuff. And then the other guy reaches into his wallet and gives him some money, right? And tells him to go get some food, you know, go rent you a room, take a bath, and get you some clothes.
Mm.
Which one was effective?
The latter.
Yeah. Yeah, you sit there and you pray, ain't nothing gonna happen, right? You'll be waiting, but you go out. We live in a world where you need money. You go out and do something to get you some money, and you know, you can do something for yourself. But anyway, let's continue. Linda, you want to continue?
Let's see. I actually have to Shalom at 12.
Really?
Yeah, but let me read that one and then I'll have to go.
Okay.
Okay, Phoenician Hebrew word. Transliteration Yarada.
Very good.
Part of speech. Verb form 1. Imperfect third person masculine singular.
Okay, very good.
1611 King James Version. Shall it come down? Let's investigate. In the gloss says he shall come down.
Mhm.
Okay. So I see, shall it come down and he shall come down. Okay, let's scroll down and see. Okay, root word. Yarada, Strong's number is 3381. It's a primitive root to descend, literally to go downwards, or conventionally to a lower region as the shore, a boundary, the enemy, etc., or figuratively to fall. causatively, to bring down, in all the above applications. X, abundantly, bring down, carry down, cast down, cause to come, down, fall, get down, go down. Let's see, hang down. X, indeed, let down. Light, put down, run down, sink, subdue, take down. Okay, Brown, Jever, Briggs, verb form. See, 1A1, to go or come down. 1A2, to sink. 1A3, to be prostrated. 1A4, to come down. Let's see, number 5, 1B1, to bring down. 1B2, to send down. 1B3, to take down. 1B4, to lay prostrate. 1B5, to let down. Verb form 6, 1C1, to be brought down. 1C2, to be taken down.
Sorry about that. I didn't realize I was muted. So what do you want to do now, Linda? What's your next move?
I'm not sure.
Okay, so this is verb form 1, imperfect. Okay, that means it's not a completed action, right? In the third person. So all of this checks out. So third person, he, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we see that the gloss, or you want to continue?
Yeah, okay, so that's what I was trying to figure out. Why is there a he in the gloss, and then in the King James version it's just a
Because
it
that's
shall.
third. Yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
third person. Third person, very good. You see it?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Because it's third person right there. So we see that the gloss is grammatically correct, as most of the time it is more grammatically correct than the version. Third person masculine singular. So third person would be he, she, it, they.
Mm-hmm.
So third person, he, she, it, they, masculine. So the gender, this is grammatic gender, not natural gender,
Mm-hmm.
is masculine, and the number is singular. So that means 1. So we look at the KJV, is also third person, right? He, she, it, they.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
Okay, that makes sense now. Okay.
Yes. So these are basically the same.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so to descend. I don't see any. I wouldn't investigate further. I mean, it makes sense to me
Okay.
because if we go back to the verse, we're still covering. Yeah, can I see the verse just so I can put it together?
You sound like you're on a game show, Linda. Let me see, where is our verse? You want the KJV or the NIV?
It doesn't matter. I'm just trying to piece together what part of the verse we're breaking down. Let me see. Okay.
I don't know why I'm having such a problem with my mouse.
Is it the part where into dust, and I can't see that one word there?
Right here. It's right here.
Okay, come down. Okay.
Do you
Well,
see
I
it?
mean that.
Do you see that?
Mm-hmm.
But this is NIV, not KJV.
Okay. Come down from the skies until you are destroyed. Okay.
Mhm. So do you like come down, or is your preference something else? Let's take a look at these other options you have.
Mm-hmm.
It will descend. It will go downwards.
I would probably lean towards a descend, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's the same concept.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't make any. Yeah, I would keep it as is. That I wouldn't really put effort into changing because it just makes sense.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking at it, see what
Mhm.
if I can see anything. Mm.
Now I found the whole word subdue in there interesting though.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what does that have to do with?
Right, right. And you know, I'm thinking about the dual aspect. So remember, the first is in the sky
Mm-hmm.
with the dust, right? There's no moisture in the air, but the dust is in the sky,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then the other one is in the abode of the deity, or abode of the Most High, I should say.
Okay. The shift of the potential shift of the celestial body.
Yeah. So which of those words would suit that, if any? That's what I was thinking. So if
Okay.
the ecliptic, because there's two mechanisms possibly, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if the ecliptic increased, see, what if before this event the sun was at 0 degrees and the earth was a paradise all over? Now, I remember learning when I was in school that the earth was once a paradise,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then when I got into the religion that I was in, they taught that the earth was once a paradise. And when Adam and Eve sinned, it was no longer a paradise. In other words, all tropical.
Mm-hmm.
So what if the ecliptic was right on the equator, 0 degrees? Okay, let's just say. And what if the angle changed? 23.5 or 23, whichever one is right. So in this way, if we look at it this way, it's going up, right?
Mm-hmm.
The ecliptic went up. But if we look at it this way, the ecliptic went down.
Right.
So is it coming down? I mean, I don't know. You guys
Well,
see it?
if it were to change, like, let's say, okay, if that degree were to change further, and I'm not talking about returning back to 0. I'm talking about maybe go up a little more.
Mm-hmm.
That would cause another cataclysmic event.
Yes. And probably coming back down to 0 is going to cause another cataclysmic event, probably, right?
Right. Yes.
Because, yeah, because think of what's going to happen. The water levels will increase,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because the ice will melt.
The atmosphere will change.
The atmosphere will change, probably generate storms, and, you know,
Possible
so
earthquakes. Mm-hmm.
yes. So do you see any word that might cover both mechanisms?
Let's see. Well, I think the come down, yeah, because if the sun changes its position or the degree lowers, come down, you see, to a lower region, to go downwards, right?
Mm-hmm.
If that,
Mm-hmm.
you see what I mean? If it's, that would cover both,
Mm-hmm.
because one would be for the rain to stop, and dust coming from the ground would flow up, float up into the air or whatever, but the rain would no longer come down. So okay. But then now if there's a shift in the degree of the position of the ancestral body, that could be a downward motion as well, a
Mm-hmm.
decrease.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that word would cover both. There's a few words in there that would cover both, that where you can apply, to the duality here.
But this is also interesting too, right?
Hmm. The enemy. Okay.
Yeah. And what about this? Conventionally to a lower region as the shore.
Sea level, I'm thinking.
Oh, shoot, a boundary. Let me
Hmm.
look that up. Maybe this is gonna tell us something. Let's see, a boundary.
Hmm.
Well, isn't the angle a boundary? The orbit is a boundary, right? Yes or
It
no?
it is, but I'm also thinking of, I'm also
Let's
thinking
see.
about the dome as well, or the firmament.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Something that indicates a border or a limit.
Hmm.
Well, now, I'm not saying that this is or it is not. But wouldn't the angle be a border or a limit?
A limit.
Yeah, it would be a border too, right? Because it's going to be, this angle is not going to change.
Hmm.
23.5 or 0. So that would be a border or a limit. But let's see. I'm just playing with it, okay?
Hmm.
Uh-oh. Let's see, a border or a limit.
Can
So
we look up the word border then? Because when I think of a border, I think of,
let's say a gate, a line. So the
yeah, like a line
ecliptic,
or a gate, like there's something physically stopping one thing from moving to another.
okay, so let me show it. Well, what would physically stop it? Natural law, right? That maintains this angle.
Okay.
So this is the border. The limit would be the angle, 23 or 0, 23.5. You see it?
Mm-hmm.
But let's see, let's look it up like you said, and see what we get. Border. I gotta buy a new mouse. Shoot. Border.
Mm-hmm.
What did you get?
A part that forms the outer edge of something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So let's see. I'm gonna type in, is the ecliptic a border? Ecliptic is the plane of Earth's orbit around the sun from the perspective of an observer on Earth. The sun's movement around the celestial sphere over the course of a year traces out the path. So can you say a path is a border? Or traces out the path along the ecliptic against the background of the stars. The ecliptic is an important reference plane and is the basis of the ecliptic coordinate system. So let's see. Y'all there?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
The ecliptic. sun's ecliptic. Okay.
Let's see.
Well, coordinates would imply border.
Yeah, coordinates is a border, definitely, right?
Mhm.
Let's look that up. Linda, did you have another word, another idea?
And no,
But these are investigations that we would do as translators.
mhm,
Coordinate, any set of 2 or more numbers used to determine the position of a point, line, curve, or plane in a space. So this is definitely, the ecliptic is definitely a coordinate, right? Because it could be anywhere on the ecliptic. In the summer, the sun is one place on the ecliptic or path. In the winter, it's at another, et cetera, right? Okay. Anyway. We'll move on from that.
mhm. Yeah, I think we have a pretty accurate translation unless somebody else feels differently.
Jimmy, Lamech, Isaiah.
No, I'm following with you. What my thought was with the border and the shift, and you were talking about the
Cataclysm.
cataclysm. Thank you. Difficult word for me. How the borders were changed, and Yahweh says how he tells the seashores to come so far, right? He
Mhm.
commands that, and
Mhm.
if that alignment was like it was in paradise, quote unquote, how the destruction, the seashores would change. Also,
Mhm.
you know, I was just thinking about that. That's very interesting.
Oh yeah, yeah. Also, look, sink, subdue. These are very interesting. If we had time, I bet you. If we had time, I bet you we could find some really interesting stuff and do a much better rendering of this verse. And also, hold on, because well, Isaiah, are you there? Can you talk with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. What's your opinion? No, maybe I won't ask you. Maybe I don't want to look like I'm beating up on you.
I can take it, but I don't have an opinion. I mean, the first
Okay.
sounds
Okay.
fine to me.
Okay. So my question: if you were to render this, would you reference or would you show that there are actually potentially 2 heavens? There's the sky and the abode, or would you leave it as it is?
I I would have to find out how to reference you know 2 heavens or the 2 heavens, but as of now, I would leave it as it is.
Okay. What about you, Lamech?
Well, I was actually trying to find the meaning of Shamayim, and I know I may be saying it differently than you said, but I remember someone telling me that, and I was looking for it on my laptop, that there are actually 7 levels of the Shamayim.
Mm-hmm.
Now I don't know how true that is, and I couldn't prove that, but that's something I thought about. So yeah, there will be more than 1
So
or 2
let's get
levels.
the Strong's number. And then what is that? Third, so I don't remember the Strong's number offhand.
Excuse me, I had a question about the Brown driver's brig.
Yeah.
That's the Hebrew dictionary that you're using right there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes. 8064. How did I forget that? How did I forget 8064? Okay. So here it is, Strong's number 8064. Jimmy, do you have your hard copy nearby? So you can scan through it, read through it. I'm doing the same. Y'all see here? Visible heavens, sky, where stars, etc. are.
Mhm.
Okay, so we see here, why didn't they put that in here? Why did they just choose to put skies instead of putting, where is it? 1A, visible heavens, sky, where stars are. Why do you think, scholars, why do you think they chose not to include this?
I think they.
I don't know if y'all are bored or not paying attention,
I,
or
I,
is my
I
mind?
think they didn't expound on certain things because they didn't feel common people would be able to understand it or grasp the concept of certain things.
So
they
you're
left
saying that they intentionally misled people?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Jimmy, Isaiah, what do you guys think?
Uh, why they didn't put heavens in there?
Are you driving or are you?
Yeah, I'm driving now.
Okay, so
So
Brown Driver Briggs here says visible heavens, sky, where stars, etc. are. So now, if they say stars, etc., what's this etc. have to mean?
the heavenly bodies.
Heavenly bodies, 7 planets, what else?
The sun.
The sun, what else? Well, the sun is a star, what else? We're looking at it.
The Most High.
The only thing in space that we know of are stars. They're organized into 48 constellations. There are 12 constellations circling the Earth and the sun. These are called zodiac. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, then back to Aries. So the question is, what else is there? Why didn't they just say zodiac or constellations? Y'all think there's a reason why? Maybe they don't want you to know. Maybe they want you to think, or us to think, that that's devil worship, right? So we would never align ourselves with nature, or we'd be afraid to align ourselves with nature, or to even acknowledge the constellations. Y'all see it?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they demonized it or vilified it. But this is also interesting, isn't it? Rarely of angels. Y'all want me to let y'all in on something?
Okay. Okay.
What you say, Linda?
Well, rarely of angels. Okay. What does that? Because I mean, I have well.
Okay, so when the seasons change, when there's a new season, and the end of a season, this is the cherubim. This is the cherubim and the seraphim.
Mm-hmm.
They usher in the new season and they usher out the old season. Y'all got it?
Okay.
This is why I'm thinking rarely of angels. They might be referencing that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
In other
When you
words,
say-
these are the angels at the 4 stations, 4 seasons, right? The cherubim and the seraphim usher in the beginning of each new season and usher out the end of that season. Y'all got it?
Yeah, that's interesting. I'm thinking
Yeah.
about Enoch. I think it's in Enoch where it talks about how there's certain Malachim or angels or messengers that hold back the seasons, the rain and the winds.
Well, guess what the winds are?
Uh,
The winds are time.
oh, okay. Okay.
The winds, how do we refer to time? The wings of time,
Yeah. Mm.
right? Time has wings, time flies, right?
Yes.
Okay, what about the 24 elders? Well, guess what? Let me show it again. So are we looking at the 24 elders?
Huh. Interesting.
The 24 elders, time, 24 hours. But that's a different story. I'm gonna go through that on some upcoming astrology videos. Okay, so where were we? I lost my place.
Okay, so ultimately, going back to that verse, right? In that case, then as scholars, or if we were to render it, I think it would make more sense to give more details.
Yes.
Like bring out the duality, you know what I mean? It basically would go something like, okay, either I'm gonna stop the rain, or I'm gonna shift the celestial bodies and cause a cataclysmic event that's gonna destroy every last one of you.
Yes, that is it
Mm.
for every verse,
Mm.
because that's how they destroyed us
Mm.
and hid everything from us.
Mm.
They use vague, ambiguous, general terms.
Wow.
Because if
Excellent,
I was to
Linda.
read a verse in that sense, I would be like, oh well, damn, let me go ahead and get myself in line, because this is serious. I don't want to be destroyed.
Right.
There you go.
Right. Wow.
Now remember, we're talking about the past. Remember that, y'all? Remember? Jeremiah 6:16. Lamette, can you read this, please?
Yes, sure. Let me see, is my mic on? Okay. Yes, thus saith Yahuwah, stand ye in the way and see and ask for the old paths, where is the good way, and walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls.
Okay, so now let's look at this a little bit closer, okay? You saw the old paths, right? That was Jeremiah 6, what?
Covers
That's okay, I get it.
6:16.
You should find rest for your soul. Let's take a return to the old paths. This should be clear, right, y'all? I mean, I don't have to go through this. Y'all know exactly where I'm going, right? Return to the old paths. Exodus chapter 20, verse 12. Clear? So let's see how this is rendered. Let me see what verse was that.
Return to the old path. In other words, take a nature walk.
There you go. And specifically, let me see how they rendered this. Here we go. Here we go, y'all. Strong's number 5410. How are they rendering? So we need to look at this in the Brown Driver Briggs. We should see a reference to astrology. The old path is the ecliptic, y'all. The old path is the ecliptic, the zodiac. It is the zodiac. Remember we went through this several weeks ago, y'all?
Yeah.
Where is it? I might have to Google search it. Let me Google search it. Uh, I know what to do. Was it Jeremiah 6:8?
16.
Jeremiah 6:16?
Yes, sir.
Let me see, y'all.
Yes.
It may be in the, Jimmy, do you have your hard copy of Strong's?
Did Jimmy ever come back
Linda,
on?
Linda, do you have your hard copy of Strong's? Say it again, Isaiah.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was muted.
Okay, hold
I
on.
said, did Jimmy ever come back on?
Did he? I don't know. You know what? I should have asked the brother. No, he's not on. He's not on WhatsApp anymore. Is he on WhatsApp? No. No. Hold on, y'all. Oh, actually. I'm going to find this. Let me see, what is it? Strong's number. I'll do it by Strong's number. Maybe I'll find it by Strong's number. Okay, Strong's number. 5410. Getting old, my memory is failing me. Or y'all might have to find it for y'all later. But I think I showed this to y'all before, right?
Mm-mm.
Jimmy and Linda.
What are you looking for?
Old paths mean, the old path means zodiac.
Yeah, I remember you went over this before. I just don't remember all the particulars.
Oh, you know, I might need a footnoted Bible. Maybe that's where I got it from, a footnoted, one of the foot. Man, this is terrible. Well, let me see. I have to come back to it. Maybe it's in the hard copy of the Strongs. I know I showed it to y'all before. Jeremiah 6:16. Man, there's nothing on astrology. How is that? Hmm.
Hiding.
Hmm?
They're hiding
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Mm. Mm.
Well, I'll find it later. But I
All
know
right.
I've shown you guys this before.
Okay, I'm going to Shalawam. I actually have to get ready for work.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
What time here? I need to,
I'm
yes, 12:30. How long we been going? How long did we go today? Huh?
At least 2 hours
Only 2 hours?
only.
What? Only. All right.
Yeah, I'm
Jimmy's
not
still here. I don't
too.
know why. Hmm?
Huh?
Jimmy's still
I
here.
don't know.
Let me get my Strongs out, man. Uh,
Well,
that's
Doc,
why
I'm
that's
not
why I
Shalom
can't.
because
Huh? Okay, wait, we
I'm
do it
not
next week.
Shalom.
We do it next week because man, I'll be up all night if I get going.
Right. Yeah.
All
All right.
right.
Until next week.
Okay, Isaiah.
Peace.
I see you,
Shalom.
man.
Shalom too. Shalom
Shalom.
to you,
Good
Doc,
talking to you.
and to you, Lamette.
Shalom. Have a Baruch Yom.
You too.
Take care. Thank you for having me.
All right.
All right,
All
Lamech.
right.
I hope you got something from it, man.
Yes, I have. I want to pay for the rest of the class. I just found a little meaning here. It says, what does the word zodiac mean in Hebrew? Interestingly, the meaning sign of the zodiac, the word zodiac, is from the Hebrew primitive root soda, meaning the way.
But there it is. Oh, you know what? Let me show you. Maybe that's how I got. Let me do a screen share. Can you
That's
see the
very,
screen?
very interesting.
Hold on, let me go back. So that's what it is. Yeah, here it is. I was looking at the wrong word, I think.
The ways.
Well, there we are, the way, the path, direction, manner, habit. Let's click on, let's look at it. So this is, oh, no, wait. Let me, was it 1870?
You mean Jeremiah 6:16?
No, the Strong's number. What,
Oh,
can you give me the meaning of zodiac, where its origin again?
oh, that was a Google search that I did, and I didn't. That wasn't on the Bible
Yeah,
app.
but what did
Oh,
it say?
it
It
said
said it means ways.
It says it means the ways. The root word sodi, S-O-D-I, sodi, meaning the way.
Do you see it here?
Mm-hmm.
And let me go back to it in the regular English. Okay. Says the Most High, stand in the ways. There you go. Stand in the zodiac and see and ask for the ancient paths where the good way is and walk in it.
Huh.
You see that? And
Yes.
you will find refreshment for your souls. But they said, we will not walk in it. This is talking about the zodiac. This is talking about natural law. You see that?
Yes.
Stand in the way. Can
Wow.
can you give me 1 second? I want to bring Linda back in. I hope she can come back in. I want her to see this. Would you mind?
No. No,
Okay.
I'm having a blast.
Okay, excellent. Let me.
I just find it so intriguing how I have this strong desire. I want to be in nature. I want to start my own farm. I want to, I want to get out of the city so bad. And that's that ancient path of following the natural law of planting the seed. I keep hearing seed time and harvest, planting, the seed and harvesting. And, that's our natural way.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. It's calling you.
Yeah, it really is.
I'm reaching out to Isaiah now. Let's see. All right. Let me call the brother. I sent them text messages. Let me call him. Oh, let me call Linda. Wait, excuse me. How do you like or how do you find rather the content on the YouTube channel?
Oh yeah, I like it a lot. I've been listening a lot. I just have not been having my head down studying as much because of working and just transitioning. But yes, I listen to you a lot on YouTube. But I'm ready to pay for the class, not the $10 a month. I want to learn, and I'm gonna download the Brown Driver's Brig, and I already read through the Bible app. I have up the page right now, I guess through the Hebrew
Okay.
scriptures. So far, I'm following along.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a lot to learn. I'm just learning that it's a lifetime of learning and applying.
hey, Linda, can you come right back? Can you come right back so I can show you?
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you now.
Yeah, can you come right back? It'll only take 2 seconds. I want to show you.
Oh, to class?
Yeah, I just want to show you. Found it.
Okay,
Okay, bye-bye.
okay.
Bye-bye. So, Lamech, you present it?
I was just saying that I'm following along. I'm listening. I believe the Most High is definitely leading me back to following His order of things, and it's the simplest explanation is you touch fire, you're going to get burned. You go underwater, you're going to drown. I can relate to that. Do things in order and you'll live in His
Right.
order. Yeah.
Yeah, excellent, excellent.
Yeah, I'm a simple person, so you got to keep it, keep it simple, stupid. Keep it, I'm kind of stupid if you come up with that. But if you say it, talk to me in a really simple manner, I understand what you're saying.
Okay, excellent. Linda is back. Linda, I reached out to Jimmy and Isaiah to come back, but they're not here, so we're gonna do it. Lamech, so you Google searched what now? Can you tell Linda what you told me?
I Googled search, does ancient path meaning the zodiac, what does ancient path mean in Hebrew? Well, excuse me, I said, I said, does ancient path meaning the zodiac in Hebrew? My wording's off, but it said interestingly, the meaning signs of the zodiac. The word zodiac is from the Hebrew primitive root word sodai or soda, S-O-D-I, meaning the way.
Okay.
Okay, so let me show you. Let's put it together. So do you see here, this is Isaiah 6:16 in the interlinear. You see where it says the way, it says, thus says the Most High, stand in the ways, stand in the zodiac, and see and ask for the old paths. But let's look at it in regular English. In regular English. I just had it. Ah, here it is, Linda. So look, Lamech, do you want to do it? You want to present it?
Oh, you mean read this, the scripture there?
Yes,
Sure.
include the zodiac.
Okay. You mean read the Jeremiah 6:16 that you have up right on the screen?
Yes.
Okay. Thus says Yah, stand in the ways and see and ask for the ancient paths, where the good way is, and walk in it, and you will find rest for your soul. But they said, we will not walk in it.
Okay, so let me do it now. Thus says the Most High, stand by the zodiac.
Oh, okay.
And see and ask for the ancient paths. What is the ancient path? Natural law, right?
Yes.
Where the good zodiac is, and walk in it.
I see what you're saying. Oh, excuse me.
And you will find rest for your souls. But they said, we will not walk in it. In it is what? They will not walk in the zodiac. They will not walk in natural law. Y'all see that?
Okay.
Or the Mazaroth.
Yes, that's the word.
Okay.
You see it, Linda? Can you go through that definition one more time, Lamech?
Yes. Thus says Yah. Stand.
No. The definition.
Yeah, let me grab it up. Here.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Interestingly, the meaning signs of the zodiac, The word zodiac is from the Hebrew primitive root word sodah, S-O-D-I, meaning the way. And it says,
See that?
and it goes on to say, are the same in all of the other ancient languages of the world. Chinese.
So you see that?
Mhm.
All that tells you something, right? All the ancient languages of the world call the zodiac the way.
The way. Very interesting. Very interesting.
But thank you, Lamech, for finding that.
Well, hallelujah, no problem. It's my pleasure. Thank you for the platform. I'm excited to get up and spend my Shabbat doing this in the future, God willing.
Okay, excellent. Linda, I really wanted you to know that. Or I wanted everyone to know it.
Yeah, sorry, I have to go. I actually have to I'm getting ready for work.
But that's okay. That's okay. That's all I wanted. I just wanted you to get this information.
Nice.
But that was good though. Yes, likewise.
Okay. Shalom, y'all.
Shalom.
See y'all next week.
Okay, thank you, Dr. DrYasapa. Can I correspond with you on email?
Of course, of course.
Okay,
Of course, yeah. Of course.
really,
come back next week if you can.
I will. I want to. Oh yeah. How do I pay for the? I want to get into the class. So just go on.
For this class or for the Ibaryath class, the online class?
The online class.
Oh, you just do that with your debit or credit card?
I mean, I just go on YouTube and just find it that way.
Oh, no. Go to zionlawschool.org. The link is in the description area of the video. Let me show you.
No, I can find it. I know where it is. I know where your website is.
Yeah, so go to zionlawschool.org, click on course offerings. And when you click on course offerings, you'll see the 101 Ancient Ibaryath class. Okay, but
that's different from, of course, it's different from the modern, and that's the Rescue 911 book that I've been having. That's right.
Yeah, because modern Hebrew is what they made up. Biblical Hebrew, they also made that up. Yeah, it's all made up. The Ibaryath is what our ancestors used. Biblical Hebrew and modern Hebrew, all of that's made up. The script, they added a whole bunch of grammar rules, and it's just made up.
Wow. Okay. I have so much to talk about, but I don't want to monopolize the conversation or anything like that. But I definitely have so many questions. I just have a lot to ask. So, but I will, when I start thinking of stuff, if you don't mind corresponding with me through email, I'll definitely reach out to you.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. And I'm in Vietnam. It's 1 a.m. now.
Oh, okay. That's where you're yawning. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm on the other side of the world. So,
okay.
Yeah, but yeah, correspond, huh?
Why didn't you want to touch on the flat Earth theory? I say theory because I don't know anything. I say everything's theory to me until I learn it as fact. And
because I never looked at it.
Okay.
Yeah, I never looked at it, so
okay.
I'm not able to talk about it because I never looked at it.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you. And
it's my pleasure. My pleasure, and looking forward to talking to you again and seeing you next week.
Yes, sir, my friend. I appreciate you. You have a wonderful rest, and we will talk soon. Y'all willing.
Okay. Shalom.
Shalom. Bye-bye.